it's very important. I'm going to introduce a drill. You're going to usurp it. That's just what happens. Then I take out whatever part you did not usurp, and I work from there. Okay? That's the Upaic way. So, for example, those people working the Kokyu set, it's fine, as I said, externally, that you are bracing and pushing on the center. Okay, that's all we got, but we can work from there. Doesn't mean it's right. So as you keep working the drill, you have to keep refining the drill, concentrate on the pointers I gave you. So for example, it's not that they get displaced, it is how you displace them. So don't measure your success by whether they moved or not. Or when I go ahead and say, you know what, really just focus in on drill one and release while maintaining positional integrity. That's going to get you further than if you're just displacing them externally. Or as I tell you, at a certain point, don't do the other drills, do the last drill where you don't have the bracing angle, okay? And that's me working from where you're at. So in this next drill that we use, and for example, Ivan, I think you ought to start heading here. Continue to work with your feet together when you work the Kokyu set, and then play with this drill, okay? And so the takeaway here is that the Kokyu set is the beginner drill just to get you in the ballpark. It's not the end-all drill, okay? This is now going to start working on things that they're kind of in the Kokyu drill set, but not overtly. This is overtly, okay? And you probably aren't ready for this because you probably usurped the Kokyu drill set, and this will help refine that usurpation, okay? So in this game, he pushes at me and I project. Okay, you've seen us do this several times. We don't worry about the throw, we just work on the projection part. Okay, so what happens is, as we have here, we have some people that can do the Kokyu drill set, and then when they get to this, they can't do this drill. So there's two ways that this tends to manifest. The incorrect way, which I'll demonstrate now, and what we want out of it, the correct way. So the incorrect way is you move out of the way and then you push them. With any number of ways that you do that. Okay, that's not going to help us because that could happen in an altercation, or it could happen, but it's not what we try to do. So for example, in Kihon Waza, that's not correct. We don't do that in Kihon Waza. Okay, what we do instead is we deviate in a way to load the arm that he ends up bouncing off of, okay? So I'll work with this right hand. Here I am doing the incorrect way. I get out of the way, and then I push it. It doesn't matter whether your hands are not going out. So for example, don't get focused on this version, my hands going out. This version is also wrong. My hands don't go out, and that version is also wrong because the energy is not being internalized and increasingly generating the Kokyu that I'm going to project with, okay? So it doesn't really matter what my hands are doing, it matters what I'm doing in my deviation. Again, it doesn't matter on the handshake, but him coming in is loading what gets deflected, okay? So we're going to work on that, and I'll film them as they're working on it, and you'll see who's able to do it, who's not. They get to see themselves on video, but that is what you're trying to do in this drill. Load the Kokyu hand with their assault, not get out of the way and then attack, okay? Right. Keep going, I'll tell you when to stop. Okay. You're going to keep going, I'm going to talk. Okay, out of the way, push. Out of the way, push. Out of the way, a little better. Out of the way, a little better. There we go. Better. Okay, what did you have to do differently?
Let more pressure build up.
Yes, let more pressure build up. So pay attention to your angle of deviation in regards to I need to let more pressure build up. So do the first way and watch your angle of deviation and note what it is. The first wrong way. Okay, do it again, same side. Because you're going to describe to me what you're doing in terms of geometry. Okay, what are you doing?
I'm deviating.
Yeah, you're getting out of the way. I know that. That's why it's called angle deviation.
I'm just basically getting to a point where I feel zero pressure. I think I'm deviating 90 degrees.
Let's watch and let's just see if that's true. Same thing. What else can you tell me? It's not 90 degrees.
No, it isn't. It's kind of in front of him. Maybe 135 to 45 degrees, I mean.
You're going like to 430, 530, 630, 730. Do you understand? Okay. What is happening? You said zero pressure.
So I'm moving ahead of him.
Let's check for zero pressure. So we know it wasn't 90 degrees. And you're going to check for zero pressure. So zero pressure is a phrase I use. You're going to get a t-shirt slogan, you're going to start using my phrase, but you don't have the same definition. So zero pressure is what?
Zero pressure is when you're not pushing or pulling against UK.
What's zero pressure, Andrew?
It's when you're neither above nor below your Uke's pressure.
Got that? Okay, never. So watch and let's ask if you go below. Do the same move. Off. Below, push. Pay attention. Below, push. So it's not zero pressure. Okay, so a couple things. There's one more thing, but I don't think you'll ever get it. It's related to zero pressure. So when you move to the angle, you let him by. That says not zero pressure. You see? Pay attention. Here, zero pressure is here. You see? You go here, you're now negative. Then that's why you can push. Okay, so if we look at the third thing that I want you to notice is his center of gravity and the majority of his weight passes your projection point. You see that? And that's why you have to go positive. At this point in the video, I'll put the corrections that you did. Okay? But you're going to see that you didn't let his center of gravity pass the projection point. You took enough deviation to get it, and you hit it at an angle. Do you see that? Of course you could go straight back in, but we want that spiral rotation, and that's where I project there. Not let you go past, because now I'm doing the second thing. You see that? So in your phrase, when you said let more pressure, Yeah, okay? When you let it go past you, you don't have pressure loading it anymore.
Right.
So I let pressure build, that's where I hit. So, whoop. Now let's say I can't base.
Right.
Do you understand? Whoa, he's starting to push me. That's not going to make this right. Maybe for example, on me, you know, I can do this all on one leg. So that's all I need to get the spiral rotation. That'll work to load you. So let's look at the angle. You're coming this way. I just need a kind of shearing angle. That's it. That's enough.
Right.
But maybe when you take that same angle, because you can't ground, maybe you start to feel compromised.
Right.
You have some options here. You can change your tesabaki. So I'll go to that same shearing angle.
Right.
It's starting to overpower me. I turn it. Do you see that?
Right.
So I keep the same shearing angle. Boom. And there'll be less pressure coming into me because I did the tesabaki. Or I can keep the same tesabaki, but instead of being as sharp as I am here, I just take a little off.
Right.
But I don't let your center pass me. Do you guys see that?
Right.
And then of course, you can't combine the two. So I'm over here, I get that, whoa, I feel I'm gonna lose it. So I do tesabaki, do you see?
Right.
But I don't want you to pass me.
Right.
I feel overpowered here again, so I take the step. You guys see that?
Right.
But you can't let his center go by you entirely. It goes by me because I project it off at that angle. Got it? In this case, I'm taking you back to 10 and 2, and that's where I want you to work now. You're 10 and 2, you're not going to make this mistake of getting out of the way and not loading. Okay? So for now, work 10 and 2. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that one where she got kind of jacked up, that one was telling in a gross fashion. But the errors that led to that one, they're in all of what you're doing. So go back and diagnose. What happened in the gross error one? What happened? Just describe what happened.
I think I was searching for something.
No, describe what was the gross error. What did she do? What happened to her body?
Pressed in on me too much.
Yeah. You kind of closed, right? Okay. So in order for her to press in too much, what's that telling you?
That I'm not deviating enough.
No. Because then we'll get into that other problem. How did she get past where you wanted her to be is another way of saying that question. How did she get past where you wanted her to be?
I'm not sure. Since
Okay, so anyone want to take a guess at it? It's just a logical question. How did she get past, penetration? How did she penetrate past what you wanted her to penetrate? That's the question. What do you got?
Either you went negative on the pressure, or does architecture collapse under her yawn?
Who can do better?
I let her.
Yeah, I know you let her, but how did it happen? It wasn't that you brought your hands in, because then you wouldn't experience too far. If you brought your hands in, she would have came in where your hands went. Your hands stayed here, she got past that. Do you get that?
Yes.
Do you understand this? Okay, so it's probably not what you're saying. It's something else.
There wasn't an adhesion in my slide?
No, because the adhesion is not really going to keep you in or out on this regard. There's something else. All right, let's look. We'll do one here. Okay? Come forward. 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 I'm over here, weirdo. Here's forward. Come forward. Why should she come forward?
Because her arm was independent of her center.
You open the door?
What?
You open the door?
You can put your arm anywhere. I'll put it around your right hip. Just keep coming forward. Here, I don't know what you're doing. Aim right there with your Kokyu. Did that look hard for me?
No.
Okay. Aim over at Taylor. Aim right over my shoulder. What's going on?
I don't remember
Where does the Kokyu line go? Where does it go?
anywhere but the center.
But where should it go?
In the center.
In the center. Do you see that? So when you come around here and you're outside her center, then she just walks in. She's just gonna walk in.
Right.
You get it? So wherever your hand, even if I go, got it? Got it? Okay. Push, push, push. Do you see? I'm not at her center, but obviously I have her center. I have her center. Do you see that? So wherever your hands are, goes back to the last video. Wherever your hands are, they're on the center. Do you got that? So no matter how they move, even if I'm trying to load, she can't push because I have the center. Do you get that?
Yes.
What you did is not have her center. She walked in. Okay? Your hands weren't in that bad a place. It's not as gross a mistake as out here, but you can see, even from out here, boom, you can still hit the center from there. So just remember that as you're loading, I'm going to talk, so go really slow. As you're loading, don't go negative. Do you see that? Yes, load, but it's not. This is not disconnected from her center. It's on her center, and I just letting it go through me. Okay? Try it again. Stay in the center. Keep going, I'll tell you when. Even as you're coming back and you're increasing pressure, stay in the center. That's better. Okay. Now you're making the mistake from the last video. You're like, stay in the center, stay in the center, stay in the center. You don't need the 180 line on there, so you can't advance that way. Okay, so in the last video, what I said is from here, wherever she's touching me, her forces, I have to consciously feel, well, that's going to go over her shoulder. Do you see? I have to put this into her center. So I'll tell you what I feel try not to change anything for me, okay? So I feel like, okay, I'm gonna go down. You see that? I'm taking the pressure and I'm making it go down. And as I do that, I feel that she's rolling forward on me. So I have to change it and I start to spill over the top. If she drops the elbow, it starts to come off, so I start to turn it. Do you see? And then you got her. So all this is on the fly. You feel what she's doing. You want to be in the center. I got to get in the center. So if I go down, there's nothing there. So I have to work this whole thing, motion. See how I came back a little to bring more weight onto it? That'll change the angle that I need. There's your center right there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't have to go center. Okay? All right, let's try it. Okay, pay attention to what he's doing. It is right, but you guys that are not at his level are not doing this. And this is, you're going to see that he starts the projection and people always react to it. They just do, okay? Again, to make yourself improve, don't react to it. So what I mean is, this was my singular intention. I keep katate, I drive, he goes, and I keep it. You won't see me go here. You see that? That's a reaction. He didn't do that. His hands are going that way in space. There's no way my hands should come back. You get it? So, or as he goes and he starts to project, you feel this and you went like that. Do you see that? That's what was happening a lot to Taylor as you guys were going. You come here, and instead of just keeping pressure that you had, you're going into this thing. You see that? Okay, so pay attention. You'll feel the pressure. That's where you should have just stayed where you were. But as the pressure was going in you, you absorbed it and you kept coming forward. You see that? Now, stay there. There's really no pressure here. If you pay attention, he does this little hand flutter. Do you see that? That's how he's staying in the center, regardless if the hand is up that high. So you'll see he's not doing what a lot of you are doing, because you pick beforehand, and you go. If you pay attention, energy came off. Pay attention on the right hand. I go here, energy comes off there, especially as you bend your arms. Okay, bend your arms. Yes, you see? So you'll see him refine your center. Boom. Do you see that? So he absorbed again, but that's telling you the pressure was in him. How did you reabsorb again on the second one?
I think I lowered.
You let go. Your grip open. So you'll do it again. Here it is. You'll feel it coming in, and you see you let go. You see that? So he lets go, and you have to still feel this, what the next point is. Okay? But that'll make you only be a good training tool for him. You're now not training. Because if you go back and you look at why you're doing all of this stuff, it's because you're afraid. As we define fear. And you can't accept what's happening to you. So, good on him. He's doing it right. Good that you are effing up and now he has a harder drill. but not good for you. Okay? So you keep this relationship and you come in and that's all you do. This is all you do every time. You know, I'm going to go here. Or any variation of that. I like it. You see that? I was already running that way. Do you understand? I just hear and he goes. And now he gets honest feedback. Now he feels like he got it, but I did not be a good uke. He's not really seeing what's happening. Okay? Try it again. So if we go to a Kihon, it's going to be the same. He's driving. I take enough deviation that I can load that hand. Got it? There's some difference now because I'm not just trying to move him in the sagittal plane. I'm trying to generate that front inward kazushi. Okay, so as I get into the center, I hit there, and as he starts to bounce off, that's when I turn back into the arm. Because that's when the arm becomes isolated. You don't want to come into the arm at the start. He hits, boom, center, you get it? And then you continue the spiral. Don't go negative and then attempt to push that. That is something different. Got it? You know what causes that? What? You let him go completely by you and then you push. And to me, the first idimi is the end of the technique. Because after that requires a what if. What if he keeps pushing on the arm? Well, then I come around, I keep attacking the arm. Okay? So, deviate as much as your skills require. Hit the center and continue the spiral into the idimi. If you project incorrectly, you don't get pinned when you're making him go away from you. So once he deviates, boom, and moving in, do you see? I can move in right away. Again, it doesn't matter if you're low. It doesn't matter if you're high. You can touch the center from wherever you're at. High arm, touch the center. Low arm, touch the center. I can go below the center. Got it? Right. You're in Kihon now, so the ritual has to do both yin and yang. You can't just be the yang, okay? So when you get ha, you can't go here. You have to come into the yin phase. See that? I have to undo that. Got it? So I'm here, boom, and I come in here, around. You see?
Right.
Feel that? Feel that push?
Right.
I go around it. So it's gonna go yang. No. Yeah, I know you could do that, but it's not Aikido. You have to go yin around that. It goes this way around you. This way. So pay attention to this part. I do one more circle. One more circle. Now it's off.
Right.
Now I just leave. Then I catch it. Do you see? Don't go yang, project, yang, penetrate. Okay? A detail on the technique. So the order of sequence after you get them projected is off the yang line, catch the elbow pushes the grip into this hand. Do the same side. You got your projection. Okay? There's that yang line. Come around it. Elbow pushes the grip. That's where you catch the grip. Do not go here, there. Hold off the yang line, catch the elbow. That's what gets it in your grip. Okay? Clear the yang line, push the elbow. That's what takes it off your grip. Do not reach across. Hand off, now you get the elbow. That's the wrong order of sequence, okay?